Hi, I'm Jacques Taylor. I grew up in the Oak Cliff section of Dallas cheering for Tom Landry's Cowboys. And for the last 30 years, I've covered your Dallas Cowboys as a beat writer, columnist, TV insider, and radio personality. I've made a name for myself by creating relationships with players who either didn't like the media or didn't trust the media. Welcome to JacquesTalk One-On-One. We're going to have conversations with your favorite Cowboys from every era, from players who had great careers to those that had great moments. We'll discuss their lives and their careers and the moments that shaped them. And we'll deliver it like we always do, straight, no chasing. Welcome to JacquesTalk One-On-One. Let's get it. Welcome to another episode of JacquesTalk One-On-One. I'm Jacques Taylor, joined today by the man, let me rephrase that, by the athlete, by the receiver, by the Cowboys player who has talked more shit to me than anybody else in the 28 years I've been covering the Dallas Cowboys, my good friend, Patrick Crayton.
I don't know if I believe that, dude.
Dog, it's not even up for dispute. It's not even up for dispute. When I greeted him today, I said, let me give you a real bro man hug before you start talking shit. That's what I said to him this morning. And look at that smile. He can't deny it. But Pat, terrific NFL career, and now we're finna go through some of it. I like to start all these things, man, by asking people, when did your love affair with football start?
Oh, man. Probably at the age of 7, dude. My first year I started playing. Might have even been before that, because I have baby pictures with a football in my hand. So I think I was just always around some kind of sport, regardless. But I'd probably say around 7, man. Third game of my first year of playing tackle football.
Okay, who are you playing for?
Duncanville Little Panthers.
Yeah. All right, what happened in the third game?
I got a pick 6. I just got in.
How old were you? 7 years old?
7 years old.
So they weren't even throwing the ball that much?
Yep. I caught that one, though. And took it to the house.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
What is it that you loved about football?
Man, you know what? I don't know what it is not to love about football, dude. It's something about having that thing in your hands, something about the game itself, the people that you play it with, the brotherhood that you bond. I think it's just all about the competitive nature, too. I'm such a competitor. So that gave me an outlet.
Right.
And then once I found that I was good at it, then you really start really wanting to play it all the time.
Now, when did you find out you were good at it?
College, maybe? I don't know.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Everybody knows DeSoto was a football power now. Mm-hmm. Were they a football power when you were there?
We were just getting started. Because right before I got into high school, remember there was Byron Hanspart in his class.
All right.
So that class really started putting DeSoto on the map.
All right. Now, that was the early 90s when I started covering.
Uh-huh.
Larry Oliver was a quarterback.
Yep, hello.
Stacey Jackson was a punt returner, wide receiver.
Yep,
Stacey Mitchell.
Yep.
Byron Hanspart was a star running back. They filled up the bottom of the dome playing Carter.
They did.
I think y'all blew Carter out 63 to 28 or something like that.
52-7.
See?
Yeah.
I knew it was a blowout.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was a game that was hyped. And but that's when I was first started following DeSoto. Then I moved to the Cowboys, which is why I missed your high school career.
Okay, that's what it was. You went too early.
I was that dude.
Early, dude.
Now, the question is, how you end up at Northwestern Oklahoma?
Short story long. I got recruited out of high school to play free safety. Texas Tech was interested. Of course, North Texas decided on Texas Tech because at that time, North Texas was trash.
And Texas Tech had a kind of like a DeSoto pipeline.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, yeah, and this is right before Mike Leach got there. So this is at the end of Dykes' career. Sent me to JUCO because I didn't take care of my books like I was supposed to. Sent me to JUCO, went to Tyler Junior College. Went out there for a year, did great my first semester. Second semester, thought I could keep doing the same thing. I started hanging out and chasing tail.
Right.
And yeah, ended up having to drop all my classes, man, to get I's instead of F's.
Oh, I've been there.
Get them incomplete.
I was there.
So I was back home that following summer, year and everything, and the defensive coordinator from Northwestern Oklahoma reached out to my high school coach. I didn't know anything about him. My coach was like, hey, I don't know much about the school. I know they got a good football program. It's a chance for you to get back in school. I said, cool, sold. When I need to be there. I ain't take a visit, no nothing. Talk to the coach there once, and when I need to report.
Now, I say this all the time. You're playing at DeSoto, which has pretty good facilities. What was it like when you showed up?
Oh, boy, it's totally different. Oh, man, bro. My high school's bigger than my college. And that's campus-wise probably and enrollment.
Wow.
Because I think enrollment at the time was about 2,200 when I was there, 2,200. I mean, DeSoto, we were tipping 3,000.
Culture shock?
Definitely a culture shock. You're coming from the city to going to, like, literally middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. But, you know what I'm saying, you talk about falling in love with a small town and they love you back. The first day I got there, riding into town, and this is when I learned that the black people in the town play sports. They on the football team or they on the basketball team. And it's that time everybody's reporting, so we're driving down the main boulevard, people on the side waving. And I was like, hey. My mom, she's like, you sure you want to stay here? I'm staying. And I told my mom then, I was like, I'm here, they want me. You know, I learned one thing then that, you know, when somebody wants you and everything, they appreciate you. You know, I'm one of those loyal people.
Right.
So, you know, Parcells always had that thing of go where you want it, not where you tolerate it.
I like Bill Parcells, and I can't wait to hear some of these Bill Parcells stories.
Yeah.
And it leads to this. You out at display, I call them a directional school.
It's a directional school, Northwestern Oklahoma.
When did the NFL become like this might something that could happen?
You know the crazy part about it is, in my freshman year, we won a national championship. We went back my next year, lost that one. But from that team, we had 1, 2, 3, we had 4 guys go to the league off that team.
Dang.
Yeah, you remember Lynn Scott?
Yeah.
We went to school together.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I'm just not finding out. You went to school with Lynn Scott.
So I'm after Lynn. So, you know, from that squad, they really, what you said, like how DeSoto with Byron and started the pipeline, they started the pipeline and we just carried it on until our coach left.
So it became a dream just because you could see other people.
And I didn't even think about the NFL until probably junior year.
Right.
When my coach brought me in the office, they were like, look, scouts are going to be in here. They already asking. I was like, ask about what? He was like, they're asking, you know, about you. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
And you're playing receiver at that point.
I was playing receiver at the time. But, yeah, I realized I was, the year before I was #1 in the nation across all levels of punt return. I averaged 26.7 a return. Yeah. You can add it up.
Running 4.7.
Hey, at that time you gotta realize.
Running 4.7.
You know what? Hey, I still, if they have not broken, I still hold the fastest receiver 40 at my school. It was 4.37. But I was 190. I was 190. I wasn't 205 to 210.
Right.
Yeah, so it's one of those things to where I could run, dude. You ain't never seen me get caught from behind. Ever. You never seen me get caught from behind.
No, this is true. Yeah. I have never seen that.
Yeah. Now, I take that back. T.O. caught me. T.O. caught me. But he was running behind me to get a block. Boy, I looked at him. I said, when we saw it on film, I said, boy, you had to come run me down like that, dog. He said, man, I thought you might need a little help. I ain't need no help. I was getting there, dude. Dang, you had to come do me like that.
You switched to quarterback your senior year. Did you think that was going to affect your draft status?
No. Actually, I wouldn't think about my draft status. I'm one of those guys, when we were in college, it's all about winning. But we've set the standard of getting to these national championship games. Like, that's the standard. Like, that's what we talking about. It was literally, nobody really thought about individual stuff. And so when my coach called me, he was like, hey, I'm thinking about switching you to quarterback. And I was like, just brought in a quarterback from California, my boy Chris. He was like, yeah, but he can't run the offense like you can. We're switching stuff up. We're going to get in shotgun a little bit more, run the dive read and everything, read option and stuff.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I thought about what I said. You going to take me on special teams? I kick off in punt return? He's like, oh, no, you going to still do that? I said, well, okay, cool. All right, I'm with it.
So he's a punt returning quarterback.
Yeah.
I like that.
Now, if you go back to like the Jim Thorpe days, before they started recording stuff, right. He may hold a record like this, but I still have the record for the most different ways scored a touchdown on in a season.
Yeah, I
Passing,
read that.
running, catching, kick return, punt return.
So you was the man. You was that dude.
I was okay. I was a good player.
You was that 12-letter cuss word.
I was you.
You was that dude.
Yeah, I think I was one of the ones that the coaches definitely had the game plan for to try to stop.
So that takes us to the draft. Season's over.
Oh.
Now what are you hearing about the draft?
Look, the biggest thing I took from that, and people used to always wonder why I always played mad with a chip on my shoulder.
Oh, trust me.
And
One thing I got cussed out all the time.
That was due to it.
Why?
Because this is when you learn scouts lie. And whether it's coming from the front office on down, the lies just, they multiply. And so I was told potential first day.
By whom?
Third round. Oh, by about 4 teams.
Okay.
By about 4 teams. And I was like, damn, really? Okay. Then it was potential 4th, 5th rounds. I'm like, okay, day 2. So, like I said, I wrote down every name.
Oh, you were one of them cats.
I wrote down all 215 ahead of me.
Did you?
And I put asterisks beside every receiver.
Really? When did you do this? Right after the draft?
Oh, as the draft was going on.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Yeah, as the draft was going on.
Okay, where'd you spend the draft day? At the crib?
At home, after the house. Yeah.
You have a party or just
No, not a party.
family?
Just some people came over. Yeah.
All right. So you watching the draft and you literally.
Well, that Saturday, remember this was when the draft was Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
That Saturday, I was actually burying my uncle at the time. And so it's kind of real melancholy, it's like,
right.
Damn, it's draft day, but I'm like, I gotta be there to support my family.
Right.
In this time. So after that, draft started at what, like 12 at the time or whatever?
Something like that.
So yeah, so by the time I got back to the house, it was probably 2 o'clock. So then I was able to catch up at the names and everything. Then I just started my list.
Even the first round? Like you wasn't supposed to go in the first round.
No, I didn't. It didn't matter though.
Oh,
it didn't
okay.
matter.
You drafted them before me, so.
And it was the main thing was the receivers.
Right.
Because I had played in the Senior Bowl out in Vegas, the All-American Classic out there. Saw some of those guys. And then, of course, Dallas Day. And a couple of receivers went ahead of me from other teams. And I was just like, I was like, Dallas Day with this cat. Can't catch yourself. But I was like, okay, not a problem. Okay, what did they see in them that they didn't? Okay, cool. Write this down, everything. And I made a whole list. I think it's still in my mom's house. But that's why when I got to camp, people were like, he's a long shot, to make the roster. Making the roster was never my goal. My goal was on the field to be contributing. I was never one of those guys that just said, I'm happy with being on a 53. Yeah, I've never been complacent like that with anything. So when you talk about football, that competitive nature,
Right.
That's me, and it didn't matter who it was. They was like, well, you got Keyshawn and Terry ahead of you. They need breaks too. I mean, hell, look, hey. And eventually that's what it became, you know what I'm saying? I started getting Terry's reps. When Terry got tired, now, and Terry used to mess with me all the time. Terry had the foot problems.
Terry Glenn.
Terry Glenn, that's my big brother. He had his knees. And he come in there, and it'd be like a Thursday. Thursday is, we run. That's you working on third down, third long. You got your 2-minute offense. So we running.
Right.
We call it, Parcells used to call it hucking and bucking. So we hucking and bucking on them days. And TG would get in there, and his locker was right next to him. He'd be like, I don't know, kid. Knees ain't feeling. Don't start that today, dude. Don't start that shit at all, bro. Because if your ass don't practice, I got to take all the rep, bro, including doing some show team. I said, no, not today, though. Not today, bro. And it was crazy. He would come out a little late. I'm already mad. Because I'm thinking, so I'm already mad. I'm already prepping. I ain't laughing during stretching or nothing, bro. Right. We working pat and go. I'm slapping the shit out the coach, everything, dude. So he come out of there. All right, good. He be like, yeah, I think I'm on the play count on the bullshit. No, you're not. No, you're not, dude. No, you're not. So it was one of the things. It started in practice, so it just turned over into the game.
What was it like when you got the call finally?
You know what? It was almost like sigh of relief. It was almost like a sigh because I was like, now I know where I'm gonna be. Now it's literally time to go to work. So the sigh of relief, you heard the screaming from everybody, in the front room and everything. Because I went in my bedroom. Oh. Where my best friend came in there, he was like, "Bruh," he's like, "Dog, you going somewhere, dog? Don't even worry about it." So yeah, I'm getting angry and frustrated at the same time. Right. So when I finally got the call, it was Parcells and Jerry online, and it was like, oh, all right. Now I'm at the home team too.
Was that a big deal to you?
It was, but it wasn't, because you don't know what you don't know. Right. I had never talked to anyone that had played for the team where they grew up at. Right. Lynn's from Oklahoma, so you hear. My boy Big Ron Moore went to Green Bay. He's from Mississippi. Isaac Harvin's from Florida. Now he was at Jacksonville, but then he ended up coming to Dallas. And he got cut. They said he got into it with the strength and conditioning because I think he cussed him out or something like that. So that was kind of a wrap. Right. But I never played and talked to anybody, played for the hometown that they're from, especially playing for Dallas.
Had you grown up a Cowboys fan?
Oh, absolutely. All right. That's all I knew. My grandfather had those chalices. They put beer in and everything. Yeah. Now you couldn't touch them now. He had two of them from the 71 to 77 Super Bowl.
Don't touch them.
Oh, no, they was in. He kept them on. This is back when the dressers used to have the mirror. Yeah. And then on the side of the mirrors they used to have the shells built it. So he had it on top. I asked my grandma one day. I say, "Mama Gray, why those not in the kitchen?" She said, "Nah, baby, then we don't drink out of those." Nah, that's where he looked. Yep.
Who was your guy growing up on the Cowboys?
Tony Dorsett.
TD.
Tony D, baby. Yeah, man. So when I got a chance to meet him, it was like meeting like a childhood hero. So I was like, wow, okay, Steve. I'm like, he ain't that big.
Nope.
Not even bigger than that.
Nope.
But he wasn't, man. The first autograph I ever got was from Robert Newhouse.
Is that right?
Yeah. Was at Walmart in Waxahachie. Well,
you bumped into him, or he was doing something?
He was doing something there. I didn't know. My mom, we just was in there. And my mom was like, "Hey, go over and take a picture." He signed a football for me. I got the picture signed and everything. So it was cool.
I'm like you. I grew up in Dallas and a huge Cowboys fan up until I started covering them. Because then once you start covering them,
something, then you can't be no fan.
Duh, once you get cussed out by players, it's all over. You forget the fandom. Once they talk bad to you, you can't go back. But I'm like you in the sense of the coolest part of covering the Cowboys was not interacting with Troy, Emmett, Michael, Pat. It wasn't that. It was getting to know Tony, Newhouse, Tony Hill, all my childhood heroes who I could go up to and be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what happened in that game way back then?" Because I'm like a kid for them. And so that was my favorite part of covering the Cowboys, just getting to know my childhood heroes. And how about this? Like, I got Dorsett's number in the phone. I can call him if I want to.
There you go.
I got Newhouse. I see Newhouse all the time. We sit around chopping it up. That's like my friend. Yeah. So that to me was one of the coolest aspects of covering the Cowboys when I first got started. What's your favorite Parcells story?
Ooh, I got a lot of them, dude. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's probably it's top two most memorable.
That's good.
And it's me getting my ass chewed out, I think. I mean, like I think he might want to body slam me.
Why?
Training camp. Parcells was very, very well known for situational stuff. He wanted to make sure you was gonna be prepared for whatever might happen in the game. So he would like stop practice in the middle of practice. He'd be like, all right, give me the first throw up. Give me 11 personnel, quarterback. We're down 2. We got 7 seconds left. I need 6 yards for a first down. You're on the minus 48. Get this first down for me. That's what I need. Get us a field goal range.
Let me make sure I understand. So we just stopped practice.
We just stopped practice.
Like, tweet.
Yeah.
Here's the situation.
Everybody on the sidelines.
Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all already know what's coming.
No.
Okay.
I just situational football. Give me 11 personnel. Okay, cool. So I have a quick out route. Testaverde goes, make sure you 6. Make sure you at 6 yards. Get this first down. Got to bounce. Get this clock stopped. TG's on the outside. He clearing out. I catch it. And I'm counting this in my head. I'm like, okay, that's only about 3 seconds. By the time I got there, instead of me going right out,
I can see this. I can see this coming.
I go up about another 4 yards and then go out. I'm like, cool. I'm thinking I'm good. I'm like, oh yeah, I got the kicker closer. Nah, dude. He was on the sidelines. I'm on the sidelines where he's standing. Everybody, the offense all over there. He does this to everybody. And everybody just like, oh shit. And he goes, what was that? I was like, what you mean, coach? I was like, I said, I got it. Got the first down and everything, stuff like that. Did I tell you to get those extra 4 or 5 yards? I was like, no, sir. I said, I just, help the kicker out, get him close. I don't ask you to help the kicker out. His ass better make the kick wherever I tell him to make it from. You get your ass out of bounds. Because you burning time. I was counting in my head. Oh, you're a smart guy now. Oh, okay. Oh, I got a smart guy over here. Okay. I see what I'm dealing with. Yep. It's one of those, bro. I'm not going to say the rest of the stuff he said.
Now, I got to ask, did that help you make the play against Buffalo on Monday night where y'all win it at the last second on a long field goal? I think it was by Nick Folk.
We did, and I got mad right out of bounds. You remember that one? Yeah, I got mad right out of bounds.
I think Tony threw like 5 picks that night.
He threw 5 and he fumbled once. They recovered it in the end zone.
And y'all was down by some ridiculous amount, and you scored like 10 points in the last 10 seconds.
Dude, it was one of them things. We was like, God damn, another one? Shit, every time we get on the field, like, another one? Damn. It was just one of those nights, man. It was one of those nights. And yeah, like you said, man, Monday night, driving up to that stadium, in Buffalo, I think they started drinking at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know about Buffalo. Yeah.
Well, my dad been a season ticket Bills holder since 1987.
Yeah.
Now, he's not part of that drinking crowd, but he got friends who are.
Oh, yeah, and so they had been drinking, I'm sure, the whole day.
Yes.
Going there, they hitting the bus with batteries and eggs. I was like, damn, they do this shit in Buffalo?
I thought it was just Philly.
Yeah, correct, Philly and New York. And so I was like, damn. And then one of the trainers was like, yeah, they still mad at us for them Super Bowl. I was like, I ain't think about that. Okay, that's why they hate us. I was like, okay, that makes sense now. But going into that crowd, man, it was loud, it was rowdy, and it was one of them atmospheres you would love to play in front of. I love going on the road playing in front of atmospheres like that. When a team hates you,
right,
and it seems like everybody against you in them, you love playing in those games like that because it makes you step your game up. And so when they came, they were loud. And the more picks he threw, the louder they got. And I was like, this don't make no damn sense, bro. Like, that's another pick. I was like, what number is it? And he'll go, shit, 3, 4, something like that. I was like, God dang, bro. We can't get out. I'm looking at the defense like, hey, man, we trying. We gonna try to get y'all back, man. But it's rough right now, brother. Y'all just hold us in it. Hold us in it, man. And they held us in it just enough, man. And we finally started clicking and was able to come out with that W.
What's the greatness of Parcells as a coach?
I think being able to get the most out of each player.
How did he get the most out of you?
He didn't just talk to me about football. So it as once you, they always say this thing like they say once you become a Parcells guy, you're in. You're a guy. You're one of his guys. And so it took that whole rookie year though for me to, kind of get there. And I remember him coming over there because remember he'd be over there watching you catch punts as well.
Right.
And you talk about the most annoying shit in the world, dude.
What?
Get over there. Set your feet. Set your feet. Square it up. Square it up. Look it in. Did I like it? I don't know, Coach. You probably didn't. You probably didn't like that one. You probably didn't like because he was one of those ones. He doesn't want you catching it off to the side. It is squared up every time. So that did become a habit of mine, making sure reading the ball off his foot and I'm sprinting. I always line up right on the punter. I don't care where he's directioned at. I'm lining up on the punter. Now, if I know he's gonna punt left or right, when that ball snaps, I'm gonna start moving.
Right.
But I'm always lined up on that punter first to read it off his foot. Then I'm out of there and I'm sprinting to that spot. I'm doing this and I'm doing this the whole time. And people are like, "You gotta be crazy as hell, dude, want to catch punts." I was like, "It's fun." I mean, it's like, dude, literally, you're back there and you have, I was finna say 11, but you have 9 guys who want to come down there and hit you as hard as they possibly can. I say 9 because I don't count the snapper and I don't count the punter.
Okay.
And most of the time we didn't block the long snapper. Coach is like, he's yours.
Right.
You can't make him miss. I got to find somebody else.
Right.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Coach. I was like, hey, y'all get them gunners handled. We gonna be good. We gonna be good because them the main ones. And they said they are the easiest guys to make miss because their job is to make you go left or right.
Right.
Just to hold you for a second while everybody else is running. So Parcells is that guy that he's gonna have a calculation for. If you gotta go left, he said for that amount you gotta go left or you gotta go right, that's 3 more steps that they just picked up on you. I was like, how you figure out this math like this? Like, where are you getting this from? He even tell me he actually watched film and watched the dude hop to left. 1, 2, 3. Ain't no way he did that one. But no Parcells he might have, dude. No Parcells he might have.
Did.
Yeah. And so it was one of them things to where you hear him in your head all the time. It's like, damn, okay, it sticks to you. He was a guy for details. So he always talks about the small stuff. So whenever I'm coaching like my 7-on-7 team, shout out Team Gator. That's what that is, GATA. That's a 7-on-7 15U team.
Okay, I got you.
I say, fellas, small stuff. I said, if I ask you to be at 15, dude, don't be at 12. Don't be at 18. I said, you're throwing off all the time. I said, it's going to be a pick. And who I'm going to come to? I'm not going to come at my quarterback. I'm going to come at you first. Then I'm going to get on his ass for throwing the ball.
Right.
Knowing damn well that was the wrong route that you ran. I said, take care of the little stuff, fellas. You got this certain zone you're supposed to be in your zone. It'll help you make the play. But just always hearing that voice in your head made you always pay attention to the little stuff.
Now, what did he talk to you that wasn't football related?
Me one day, we're back there.
Back where?
Special team, so we're back there fielding punts. And he goes, hey, what kind of vehicle you driving these days? I said, I got a truck, Coach. What kind of truck you got? Chevy Avalanche. Oh, okay. It's a good truck. That's good. You don't have to don't go spending your money on all this shit and everything and stuff like that. Nice truck. He said, save your money, stack it up until you made some money. Because you haven't made shit yet. You haven't made the money. He said, save it up till you make some money. Then maybe you can get something nice. I was like, man, Coach, my truck ain't nice? No, that's nice. It's nice. It says American made. I said, yeah, Coach, I seen your Benz out there. I've made some money. I made a little bit. He said, take me a little while. He said, but I made a little bit. I said, let's do it. I'll make sure I wait. Make a little bit.
Now, I didn't tell him to tell me that story. Now, what did I say to you when you got here? I said, it's nice to see you still living an athlete's life long after you have retired.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of athletes who ain't.
True. It was, it's funny you said it because, I got called. Remember the lockout?
Yeah.
I got calls from guys asking.
Can I hold?
I was like, we in the same boat, bro. Like, I ain't getting checks right now. Like y'all knew this was coming. They told y'all this. Save your money. The lockout is coming. This is Mr. Upshaw. He's like, it's coming.
I can't remember the full story. I remember us talking in the locker room one time, maybe after you got your first contract, your second contract. And I said, "Oh, what's up? You moving to Big Eye, da-da-da?" You like, "Man, I'm still over here in Las Colinas in
Absolutely.
my same little spot. I ain't going nowhere." And I remember laughing at the time, but we was laughing at it because you was like, "No, I got a little change, but I'm not changing."
Yeah, man. I didn't. I had my first house right over there in La Valeta.
Yeah.
Right there. And I didn't. We moved over this way, like one neighborhood over from where we're at right now. Bought because I wanted a yard that I could get a pool. So built over there. We stayed there, and then we moved over here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
We've been over here since 2010. So my kids, this is all they know. So if I moved them out here, it's gonna be a culture shock.
Right.
Big culture shock too, bro.
Let's go back to the 2006 season.
Okay.
Because I'm headed somewhere with that. What do you remember about Romo dropping the snap?
That ball looked like
I mean,
piece
you on
of
the
ice.
sideline, you finna look at it, you thinking,
That ball looked like brown licorice. That ball was so shiny, dude. But we had said that from warm-up. We were like, damn, these balls slick. And that's before they changed the rules where, the quarterbacks could bring their balls. Because remember, they used to give us new balls for playoffs. So these were the playoff edition balls.
right,
But they gave them to us game day,
as opposed to the week of.
as opposed to giving you a week and letting you break them in. Man, them balls were so slick, dude. So the great thing about it, we never blamed Romo for it, but we kept saying, like, dude, balls are slick. And I remember when LP was getting ready to stop, he was like, that ball shiny as hell. And he called it and went to go put it, and it just came right up out. He was like, you got to be shitting me. We was like, oh, shit, he about to score. Then he got caught by Babinal. I was like, damn. The crazy thing about that is we still had 3 timeouts. Still had 3 timeouts left. And we get the ball back at the end. Remember, I think it was like a minute 22, minute 23 left. He saved all our timeouts. We got the ball back. They punted. Got out a few yards. And we get like almost midfield. Have a chance for a Hail Mary. Goes up. Keyshawn goes up. And they tip it. And the ball lands like literally between me and Terry. Off the ricochet. Witten was always taught to be on the front line, on the goal line.
Right.
And me and TG were kind of behind and off to each side.
Right.
And it literally hit right behind Keyshawn off of a knockdown. And I was like, God dang, we almost still could have had that. So we look at that like, we got something. We were still like, of course, you're mad, you're disappointed
Right.
about what went on, especially with what happened with Seattle, because that was the year they had DBs dropping like flies.
Well, yeah.
And they had went and got cats that were selling insurance.
We talked about it the week leading up to the game. Like,
man. So,
Romo finna throw for 500.
Hey, look, so Sean Payton was hey, let's air this bad boy out. Let's
Right.
air it out. Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
How come it didn't happen?
Didn't happen. Dude, we was in practice going 4 wide, 10 personnel. We was like,
What happened on game
like,
day?
hell yeah. Parcells happened.
He just shut it down?
Parcells shut it down. He was overriding plays. We was like, huh? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Give me 21 personnel. We was like, what? And that's how Sean Payton left the Dallas Cowboys that year.
See, this is why you listen to JacquesTalk One-On-One, because you learn stuff that you didn't know.
The man took a job with a team that didn't even have no stadium. New Orleans, I mean, it's after Katrina, and I hate that, especially for the city. But for someone to take a job like that, dude, you got to be like, I'm done. I'm tired of this, bro.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And it was the best move for him. It's the best move for him. Obviously, you see how long he was there. Got a Super Bowl.
So nobody blame Romo?
Nobody blame Romo.
Did y'all know that was going to be Parcells' last game?
Nope.
When did you start to get an inkling he wasn't coming back?
Never, until he made the announcement. We was like, who? What you mean he leaving? We was like, God, dog, man. So of course then you know, okay, who they bringing in? And they bring Wade in, and you talk about night and day. I mean, it's like China and America. So it was a total shock. You gotta realize, we were so used to, we don't walk anywhere on this field. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't take knees, we don't, none of that stuff. You get water when I tell you get a break. If not, the trainers around there squirting. Be like, God dang. Wade comes in, the first week he's there, we're back at our off-season workouts. And the first week when you get back in there, and Wade's coming out of the locker room. We're getting ready, you know, this is the old,
Right.
back at Valley Ranch. Come up that little hill off the field,
Yep.
and get ready to go in. And we're like, damn, what do you got to say? Thought we, get stopped, whatever. Like, hey, you guys have a great weekend. We was like, what? Marcel ain't never did this one. We was like, damn, okay, coach, you too. Like, damn, okay. He's a Southern guy though. You know, Wade's a Southern guy, man. He's straight Texas, baby. So, it was a total. We had to adjust. We're in practice. That first OTA, Wade told us to slow down. We was like, slow down. Man, we don't know slow down, Wade. I don't.
You try to set us up.
You try to set us up, exactly. We were like, nah, we're going to keep this going. And he was like so serious, like, hey, nobody's making the team today. We was like, shit, like, hell, we ain't. Hey, we finna practice like we doing it, though. But that was just our mindset. The core of guys that Parcells had brought in, we were all there, and we were just so used to that. And so now you get a guy that's not on your head like this all the time. You get to relax a little bit. You're like, shit, he gonna treat us like grown men. Okay, I like this right here. I like this way. I like this. And we was good until when you don't let the vets police the locker room, you lose your team.
Okay, I like that. We're gonna get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, I want to know, how did you and T.O. develop your relationship?
You know what, man?
Because he was the guy Parcells didn't want. Jerry kind of
He did not want him, dude. he didn't even call T.O. by his name. He called him the player.
The player.
So we used to mess with him all the time about that. Hey, what's happening, the player? Yeah, he on that bullshit with that, man. Like I'm like, I don't know, the player. What you think, dude? And so, if you go back to training camp that year, remember he pulled his hamstring,
Right.
And they were just saying, just a little tweak, little mild thing, and everything. So he had his own doctors come in and take a look, and he told him his doctors. He said, man, they saying it's torn. He said, I know my body, dude, and it ain't ready. So that was when, Parcells didn't believe, like, if you was hurt, you was going to be over there with the trainers doing something throughout practice.
Yes.
So I had gotten a high ankle sprain preseason game against Seattle.
Right.
Got to ride the bike. This is right after the time Lance Armstrong got caught with the doping. So T.O. says, all right, he want me to ride the bike? All right, I got something for him. He orders the yellow Tour de France jersey. He gets the biking tights, dude. He gets the helmet with the shades and everything. And he even got the shoes. And we sitting there, and he always came out late out the locker room, right before practice got ready to start. So we already on the bike going, man. And you hear the crowd buzz up. And I was like, all right, here you come. You remember you used to have to come through the two little sections?
Yep.
Coming out Oxnard and everything. You come down that little hill to come to the field.
Yep.
He came around that damn corner, bro, with that yellow jersey on, dude. I say, you gotta be kidding me, dude. So we over there rolling. And I'm noticing, hold on a second, the bike right next to me is empty. Oh, hell no, bro, Now, so he comes over there, he said, what's up? I said, you're an idiot, dude. You're an idiot. I'm hopping my bike. So you ain't finna get me involved in this. I'm trying to hop away as much as I can, dude. Parcells just like, this son of a bitch. Can't believe he did. Oh, he wants to mock somebody. Okay, I got something for his ass and everything. So it was a true like love-hate relationship with them dudes.
Now, going back into 2007, what do you mean everything was all right until you don't let the veterans police the locker room?
Wade had this thing of, in NFL, there's hazing. Not like fraternity sorority hazing where you get hit with a paddle or anything like that. You may get taped to a goal post.
Right.
Gatorade poured on you. You might get dunked in the cold tub. Whatever situation. May have prank played on you.
What happened to you as a rookie?
I actually didn't have anything.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'll take that back. The crazy thing about it, this didn't even happen at the facility.
Okay.
This happens, Andre Gerard, very good friend of mine, like a brother. He decides, me and my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, he decides that we bump into him at Joe's Crab Shack, right here on Northwest Highway and 35.
Right.
Bump into him there, didn't think nothing of it. He had my truck towed from one side of the restaurant to the back side. I still don't even know how he got that shit towed. Didn't know, these tow trucks out, they know how to get up underneath there and do the drive shaft and everything. And I was like, so we come out, and I'm like, man, where your truck? I said, it was right here. She was like, well, it's not there no more. I see that. So I'm getting pissed off. So right as I'm getting on my phone to call the police to report it stolen and everything and stuff like that, a random guy drives by in the car. He goes, hey man, you looking for a truck? Hell yeah. I started hauling ass at, it wasn't me, it's over there. He just speeds off. And I said, you gotta be shit. You know how long it took for him to admit finally that was him?
It might have been a decade.
Over a decade, bro. Over a decade, dude. So you're talking about, he probably just admitted this, man, 2019, dude.
Now let me tell y'all why I guessed a decade. In the locker room, one day a bronze lion showed up in Cowboys locker room in front of Gerard's locker. I saw Gerard retired like a decade ago.
Absolutely, yeah.
I saw Gerard at the East-West Shrine game 3 months ago. And we chopped it up for literally just a couple seconds. I said, by the way, how did that bronze lion end up in front of your locker? He just started laughing. I'll never tell. That's all you need to know about Andre Gerard.
Yeah, he'll never, yeah. And he didn't tell for a long time, bro. A long time. I was pissed off for a good while, too. I was like, what can I do? How can I get back at him? I mean, I thought about something, because I'm like, he went all the way on this one. What can I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what I can do to figure out how, and I still haven't come back. Nothing that'll top that. I haven't found anything else. I'm going to have to end up getting his wife involved.
Okay.
To really get him.
Okay, now what's that doing with the locker room? Who didn't get hazed who should have been hazed?
There was some rookies at the time. I mean, it wasn't just necessarily 2007.
Right.
Remember 2009, they had what they called the special teams draft. Remember, because we didn't have our first pick until the third round.
Yeah.
And they took, what's the guy named? Brian, was it Williams? The cat out of Western Illinois, linebacker. And then they took Brewster. Remember, they took Brewster, offensive lineman.
Right.
Out of Cincinnati. But they literally became special teams guys.
Right.
And so we was like, dang. And when he was with these guys, he was letting them do different stuff. We was like, hey man, you got to nip that now, man. Or let us do it. When he told us, hey, you don't always have to, some guys don't have to carry pads. What way? When he said that was Dez Bryant's rookie year. So that was 2010. When he said that was when he lost the locker room.
How come? Because to the fans out there, they're like, what's the big deal not carrying some pads?
Okay, I'm going to tell you. So, I don't know if you remember, Dez's rookie year, me, him, Roy, Miles, Sam Hurd, Kevin Ogletree was still there, Manuel Johnson. We're all running our drills and everything stuff, right? So after practice, Just me and Roy now, not the rest of the receivers. Just me and Roy.
Roy Williams.
Roy Williams go over to Desmond. Here you go, Rook. Shit, I ain't carrying them damn pad. We were like, huh? Like, yeah, you heard me? So I ain't carrying no pad. I ain't getting no Gatorade. I ain't doing none of that shit. We were like, oh. So Roy almost got, I said, Roy, chill out. I said, don't worry about it. I got this, him. I got some plans for him. Don't worry about it. So the next day in practice, we always stretched. The receivers always stretched right next to the offensive lineman.
Right.
So it's Big Dre, Big Leonard Davis,
Big Leonard Davis.
Big Mark Colombo.
Big mean Mark
So
Colombo.
they all right there next to him. So I made sure they heard this when I asked this. I said, Des, what you say now about carrying pads and getting Gatorade? He's like, I told y'all yesterday, I ain't carrying none of that shit. I ain't doing none of it.
Why does he sound like this when he's saying it?
All the linemen turn around. What? And you know, Big Leonard, fuck you mean you ain't getting no Gatorade carrying pad? And Big Leonard, I was saying, man, like we here to play football. They ain't here to do all this. Like, you gonna carry some Gatorade? He said, I did. Big Leonard was number 2 overall pick. He said, I got Gatorades, I carry pads, I had to get lunches. You gonna do all of that. I was like, I said, look what I said. Told you I had a plan. So after practice, like I said, he could have made it easy on himself. Just carry me and Roy's pads. We probably wouldn't even be anything else the rest of the time, bro. He didn't. After practice, he was carrying all the linemen's pads.
See, I don't think that part got out because I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was carrying all the linemen's pads that day. We were like, you could have made it easy on yourself, dog. Yeah, he was mad as hell too, bro. And that built up a little friction.
Right.
We eased it out and everything and stuff like that. But that was one of those things where, and he was like, you know, everybody don't have to do all the stuff, you know what I'm saying, the hazing and everything. We were like, hold on, wait, what now? Oh, you tripping, bro. We already had this handled. But it's one of the things, that's when he lost the locker room.
Before I dip back, I gotta ask this. Did you know Sam Hurd was a drug kingpin?
Never, sir. You talk about, boy, came out of left field. No, man, we was like, I'm in, because this is right after the lockout.
Right.
You know, I got traded right before training camp to San Diego. I get a couple texts. Remember, we 2 hours behind. So I wake up to a couple texts. But they were like, bruh, what the hell going on with Sam? I'm like, what is everybody talking about? And so when you came to San Diego's locker room, where the parking lot was, you actually hit the practice fields before you hit the facility.
Right.
And we came around the locker room was in the very, very back. So as soon as you walk through the back door, you was in the locker room. Wasn't no hallway or nothing like that. So I walk in, and Stephen Cooper, linebacker, he go, damn, y'all doing it big out there in Dallas, huh? I'm like, what's everybody talking about? They're like, you ain't seen your boy, man? Boy, big dope boy. Who? I look up, Sam Hurd on possession. What? It's got to be a setup.
Got to be.
It's got to be a setup. What am I looking at right now? And then soon after practice, phone started ringing. And I was like, what the hell, dude? And it's crazy as hell. Me, DeMarcus, and Brady were talking one time. So, you know, San Antonio.
Right.
So he had one of his buddies who redid old schools. He ended up doing my Cutlass for me, actually. But Sam would always come up. He would always have these new old schools that he was either trying to sell them, he was driving, whatever. And D. Ware said, you know, D. Ware from the country. He said, shit, where I'm from, bro, he said, on the dope boy drive old school like that all the time, bro. Never dawned on us, bro. This is probably about 2 years before. Never dawned on us, dude. And when that shit happened, of course, you know who called? D. Ware and Brady. He said, boy, we told you. We told you. I was like, bro, I still can't believe this, dude.
Bro.
I still can't believe this, man. But it's crazy you say that you bring up Sam Hurd. He hit me up right when he got out, back in San Antonio.
You want to say old school?
Nah, he wasn't in old school. But I did get a laugh out of it when he told me. I said, man, it's good. It's good. You know, you home, everything, you out and everything. I said, so what you doing now? Real estate. Sam, I don't know if real estate need to be the play. I know I've heard some real estate stuff going on.
Looking for that trap.
Some shady stuff.
Looking for that trap.
I don't know if that's supposed to be your thing now, but hey, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, bruh. You know, I'm saying, I'm glad you I hate you had to go through that ordeal and everything and stuff. I said, but man, at least you out, man. You can go try to mend some bridges, man, with your fam and everything and stuff like that.
Let's rewind back to 2007 because, to me, that team was supposed to be in the Super Bowl, just like 2014, and you can talk about a couple other years. But 2007 was supposed to be the year. During the regular season, did you feel like that?
Absolutely.
I mean, you started off 12-1.
Absolutely, man. We remember talking to Brad Johnson, and I was like, Brad, like, what's the most points like scored back in the season? He said, oh, it's a lot. I looked it up, and it was like 456 at the time.
Right.
And I was like, Brad, we can do that, dude. He was like, whew, that's a lot of points. What you have to average per game to get it. But I was like, dude, we could do that, bro. I said, we putting up points. He was like, whew, that's a lot of points. And the Patriots broke it to you. I was like, yeah. He was like, I thought it was a lot of points. And they hung, 42 up on us?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, yeah. That was a lot of points.
That was also the year you had your best game.
I did.
7 for 184, 2 touchdowns, 39 yards and 57 yards against the St. Louis Rams. Yep. Most of y'all might not remember it because that's the play where Romo snapped one over his head, ran it back 30 yards, and then ran it back. That's the play people remember from that game.
From that game, yeah.
But when they wasn't doing that, Crayton was getting off.
I was.
Did you? Now that was.
I should have had 200. Romo missed me on one.
Did he?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that.
It's toward the end. I was trying to get it. He was trying to get it to me to get that 200.
What do you remember about that game? And did you feel different showing up at the stadium that day?
It was hot. That's what I remember. It was hot as hell out there, dude. Because, that's the old stadium. So you got that roof, that hole in it. It was hot as hell. We was out there like, why they scheduled this game for 12 o'clock, dude? God dang. I knew they could at least let the sun go down some, make it 3.
Right.
But no, man, you got to realize, man, we was coming off of the 2006 season, so we still got them 12 o'clock games at times. Even though we had a good year, went to the playoffs and everything, we still got some of them 12 o'clock games. But no, it was just in the zone. Romo was just finding me. He was, man, and it seemed like every play Garrett called, Romo was just coming my way. Good game. We got the W. That was the biggest thing. Kept us on pace where we were going. And I think that was the game before. That might have been the game right before New England.
Yeah, because I think they took you to. I think y'all were undefeated at that point.
We were both undefeated. Yeah, both undefeated at that time.
So I think y'all might have been 5-0.
5-0 when we played each other. Yeah.
All right. Now let's move on. So the Cowboys go. They end up 13-3. They got the best record in the conference. Home field advantage. Supposed to be the year. Mm-hmm. What the hell happened in the Giants game?
A little bit of everything, though.
Because you came out and the Giants took it to you right off the bat.
They did. I think it just for some reason we couldn't get into a good passing rhythm. We was running the ball. We was running the ball very well. And then second half, things changed. We stopped running the ball.
And that takes us to this. Now, me and Pat have had several conversations about the drop.
Yeah.
Some of y'all think that the drop was like in the fourth quarter.
That's what they think, yeah.
Can I finish? With fourth quarter with like a minute left, and that's why they lost the game. Take us through that play and when it really happened.
Third quarter with, I think, 8-something remaining.
See what I told y'all? It's still a whole quarter and a half to play. Now, it was a pivotal moment. We're not going to say it wasn't a pivotal moment. But take us through that play.
Broken play.
Okay, what was it supposed to be?
I was running my out route. I saw Romo scramble. So I started coming back. And he gives me the nod like that. So I cut in. D lineman's coming at him. And he goes and he hits one. It goes right past the D lineman's hands.
Right.
I just completely took my. When I turned back in, I did a peek and I was like, oh shit, ain't nobody there. And I went like this, and as soon as I went to go catch it, I did this, and it hit, and I was like, oh shit, bobble. And even DB was like, shit, man, you dropped that, bro. I was like, God dang, you gotta be kidding me, man. And crazy thing about it is I still never watched that game.
Is that right? How come?
Probably because of that. I never went back and watched any of it. To see, all I've seen was the replay when they showed the one at the end.
Where Terry Glenn.
Well, the interception. That's it. That's the only part I've seen of that game, dude. Of course, I've seen the drop. I've seen the replay of that. But watching the game, though, I didn't even want to go back and even look at it, dude.
How long it take you to get over it? Because players are always harder on themselves than anybody else can
Oh,
be.
a good little while. Good little while. Some years, bro.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I was like, that was a year. That was a year. And I never said, damn, if I catch that, we win the game. Because I'm like, yeah, it's in the third quarter. But I'm just like, damn, it's one of those what ifs. You know, and I never lived my life on what else. I'm like, hey, ain't nothing I can do about it now.
Right.
Well, I bet it just took me a while to get over it.
When did you know you were over?
When did I know I was over it? Dang, probably not until it was in San Diego, probably.
Is that right?
Yeah. Probably,
Now, how did you know?
Probably at least 2 years. At least 2 years. It didn't irritate me anymore, hearing it from anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For a while, it irritated the shit out of me.
Oh,
This is around that time. Social media was really starting to come, so I was on Twitter, and it was some time I got into it with some people and everything. I was like, well, look, I tell you what. Yeah. One of them. You know what I'm saying? You see me out, come say it to me then.
Yeah, come holler at your boy.
Yeah, it was one of those.
You need to pull up?
Yeah,
Feel free.
yeah, exactly. So it was one of those.
Well, let's go back to this before we go to San Diego. Why did you and T.O. get along so well?
I think we got along so well. I think everybody in that receiver room got along well. It was just a bond. It was one of them things like he helped me raise my game up.
I'm going to stop you right there for a second. I think the thing that people don't understand about T.O., because the media, and I'm part of the media, but he gets such a bad rap from the media. Mm-hmm. I had never seen another receiver work with the younger receivers
like he does. Absolutely.
Like he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it was, and it wasn't just on the field, it was off the field.
It was off the field too, yeah.
Did you get into the whole tuna fish and nothing else died?
Negative.
But T.O. went out of his way to help everybody. So
absolutely.
How did he help you?
Absolutely. Man, showing me different things. We talked about so much stuff as well off the field.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like what?
You know, it was his upbringing, where he was from and everything. You know, when a man invites you to his house, you know, I take it as a personal thing. So when we went and played Philly that year, remember Parcells had us staying way out in the boonies.
Yeah.
Way away. We were like, what the heck? And we got there and it was people, I was like, you fucking found the hotel? God, dog. And so, you know, we didn't play him until Sunday night. So during the day we had that time off. So he still had his house. And his house was right there in New Jersey. And so he invited me to his house. We went, it was just me and him. We went to the house. And you saw that house and I was just like, God dang, dude. Sheesh, that's what it is, huh? Okay. He was like, yeah, man. He said, I'm getting ready to sell it, though, and everything. He said, because I still got my one in Atlanta. And that was the monstrosity.
Whoa.
Because the one in Atlanta, you know, got the indoor basketball court and everything. So I was like, that was the one right there. I was like, that gave me aspirations, goddamn. I was like,
right.
I ain't get one like that, dude. But no, and then just meeting his mom, meeting his brother, meeting his oldest son, Tariq.
Right.
That first year, you know, we first got there and everything. He invited Tariq in the locker room. He was like, hey, come here, T. Let me introduce you to a couple of the receivers and everything and stuff like that. So, you know, you take that as people welcome you into their life, into their home. You become a family in a sense, man. So those were like my brothers, man. So, you know what I'm saying? The crew that used to hang, man, it was me and T.O., Tashard Choice, Sam Hurd, Marion, and Felix. And so like Tuesday, you remember, so T.O. and Marion both stayed at the Azure.
Right.
Downtown. They was on the same level.
Right.
So T.O. was this side of that floor, Marion was the other side. I was like, Oh, y'all sweet mates, huh? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Man, going on. I was like, I'm just saying, bro, y'all same floor, everything, huh? Same side. I was like, dang.
Right.
So Thursday nights, we would always go up there, play spades, play dominoes, things like that. And it just became that brotherly bond. And the only non-skilled player who used to hang with us was Andre.
Is that
Andre
right?
Gerard. He's the only one.
And then Sam always brought the good stuff.
There you go. That's nothing I said. That's nothing I
Just
said.
ask a question.
That's nothing I
I
said.
guess not. Well, that leads me to this. When did all the controversy with Romo and Witten drawing up secret plays start? Because I just always found that hard to believe. And I was knee
How do you
deep.
find that hard to
I
believe,
was knee
bruh?
deep studying the team right then. But tell me how it
When
started.
you are in the locker room, when the media is gone, the media is gone.
I cannot
so
deny
much
this.
stuff that will go on.
But tell me how it went.
So let me tell you how it got out. Let me tell you how it really started.
Because it became a thing for real.
So we're in the locker room one day, and we look over, and where Witt's locker was right, we had those curtains.
Right.
So his was right over there, right when you get ready to go out to go into the training room.
Correct.
Right there. And so he's over there, and we see Romo with like something in his hand. He going over there. It was like, yeah, there you go. Maybe I might have been the first one to notice it, possibly.
Right.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Right.
And so we're looking over like, damn. And you see Witt, like he's making moves. He's like, yes, when he does this and everything, I'm gonna come this. I was like, damn. And you think stuff,
Right.
but you think you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
It comes out. I was like,
I can tell you a funny story about
like,
that.
damn, like that, they're drawing their own plays. and T.O. was in earshot, and there was a couple other guys and everything. And they was like, damn, so the hell I do? And I was like, huh? I was like, damn, that shit came out loud. God damn, okay. So T.O. was like, dang, he's like, hey, y'all want to include us in your routes and everything and stuff too? So it became a little joke.
Right.
But then we started seeing it more and more and more. And we started noticing a lot of balls going to 82.
Okay, let me ask this as the devil's advocate.
Okay, go ahead.
Could it not just be that they were making, hey, if we see this coverage, option routes and adjustments and that kind of thing?
Absolutely. But we all see the adjustments. We all see them adjust. Many times I don't want to be like, hey, that's what they doing on this one.
Right.
That's what you talk. Like, you see something, everybody can't always see everything.
Right.
But you see it, bring it back.
Right.
It's like a recon mission. You bring the intel back.
Right.
So you bring it back. And it became like a little joke. So one day in practice, we decided.
Who is we? You and the player?
me and T.O.
You and the player.
We was like, hey, I like, shit. I'm about to go get me an 82 jersey, dude. He was like, you know what? I'm going to have the equipment guys put 82 jerseys in all our lockers. So before we could even get him on, dude, Witt pays attention. He sees one, he's like, the hell? He looks around, oh, hell no. He go around and start taking all the jerseys. Mike, you're on that bullshit.
I can hear that in Whitney's voice, right? The way he said it right there, I can hear that.
So we was like, shit, I'm gonna put this 82 on, I'm gonna get this ball today, goddamn. We was gonna have a great fun practice, dude. But he got a hold of it too early. We'd have if we'd have had a little bit more time, we'd have been able to get them on and then went on outside. We'd have been lined up with all 82s.
Now, when did it cease to be funny and become a problem?
I don't know if I can name a particular game, but the one that stands out is Pittsburgh,
Okay.
2008, up there in that cold ass weather. We had that game won.
Right.
And Romo threw the ball to Witten that the guy returned for a pick six.
Yeah, I remember that now.
They were in what we would call like a two-man kind of trap. And they made it look like two-man, but it wasn't.
Right.
And they ended up, the guy jumped it because he showed like he was gonna guard me. And on the snap, he went straight to it. And Romo threw it to him. And you go back and watch it on film, like it's a bust. Safety goes outside and everything like that, I'm running up the seam just like, God dang it. What the hell? And the crazy thing about it is that same game, it had another busted coverage. And I remember Troy Polamalu going off on the DB over there. Like, your ass is supposed to be back. And another one of them just ran by myself. And I was like, what the hell? What I got to do? What do I got? But it's one of those things where, I mean, we got a first down on one, but the second one cost us a pick six. They took the lead and they won that game. And there was a little explosion on the plane.
On the plane? Well, tell us about the explosion.
Should I tell you about the explosion?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, y'all been retired for a decade now.
Let's just say that we got on the plane and a player said, yeah, he keep on forcing the down ball to 82. And one of the trainers, oh, that's not Romo's fault. And I was like, bullshit. He did force that ball to 82. So that kind of.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. How much is well, at that time, Wade's still the head coach, but Garrett's running the offense. How much is Wade or Garrett at fault for not seeing this develop and be like, oh, I gotta fix this thing?
It's always on the head coach, am I not right?
I like to just confirm.
Most times I was on the head coach.
But did he say?
Because you see this stuff.
But I mean, he was such a defensive guy. Did he really see it, or was he oblivious to it? And so Garrett should have seen it.
Wade didn't really involve himself in the offense.
That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah. Oh, you best believe Garrett saw it.
So that's what I'm saying. Is it on Garrett to step up right there and be like, hey, fellas, y'all can't be doing this?
Garrett knew what he was doing, sir. You saw the ramifications of how each one of us slowly got shipped up out of there.
Right.
But who ended up staying? That's all I'm going to tell you.
How you get to San Diego? That seems like a nice segue.
I got traded.
Did you ask for a trade? Did you know a trade was coming? Was your contract the reason you got traded?
Look here. Nope, didn't know I was getting traded. I was told I couldn't seek a trade. I was told they weren't going to trade me.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I'll give you that rundown of the day it happened.
Yeah.
So this is back when, before we had, now they only got 3 preseason games. This is back when we had 4.
Right.
Shit, 5 if you got the Hall of Fame game.
Right.
We just finished up last preseason game. So, Friday make all the final cuts. So you're saying your goodbyes to guys you kind of bonded with that got cut and everything and stuff like that. And then we have our final team meeting before we get to go home for a couple of days off.
Right.
And Wade goes, yep. He said, this is our team. This is what we're going with. It's 2011 team. Here we go. Let's get ready to gear up and let's go. Cool, no problem. Get out of there and we got to, go do a little bit of light running and everything before we get ready to head to the house. I get to my locker. My phone was blowing up. My agent was blowing up. I was like, dang, Freddie T, what's going on, man? He said, what y'all doing now? I said, we just got a meeting, man. We just about to get ready to go run before we go home. He's like, nah, sit tight. He was like, San Diego was making a play. I'm like, San Diego making a play for what? He goes, I think they about to trade for you. I was like, what? Trade? And so Marion's here. Well, Marion's here because his locker was right here.
Right.
T. Choice is sitting over here. Sam's next to me. And I hang the phone up. He's like, sit tight. I'm going to call you back in a few minutes. Let you know. Don't go out. Ain't no need for you to go out there and run. I'm like, damn. And so I think Marion heard me say trade. And he kind of flipped out, spazzed. He started throwing. He was like, man, that's that bullshit I'm talking about right there. And I was like, damn, yeah, they said San Diego talking about trading. And so right as they get ready to walk out, my agent calls me back. And he was like, San Diego just pulled the trigger. He said, you just got traded to Chargers. And I was like, well, damn. I said, so, what's the next move what I got to do? I had never been traded or anything like that. He was like, they probably going to put you on the first thing out tomorrow. I said, tomorrow?
Yeah.
I was like, God dang. So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I just got traded. He's like, so go ahead, get everything you want to take to San Diego right now so they can get that shipped overnight. And the rest of the stuff will come.
You talking about shoes?
Yeah,
helmet?
my shoulder pads, everything and stuff. I was like, damn. So I got to box some stuff up. There's some boxing stuff up. I'm like, shit, I got to call my wife. So I said, I'm going to wait till I get in the car to call her. Get my stuff. I say bye to, you know what I'm saying, a couple of equipment guys that are in there, things like that, because everybody else was already out on the field. I was like, damn, man. And so riding home, I called my wife, and I was like, baby, I just got traded. She was like, what? And this is the time we had just bought the house. She was like, did you tell them we just got the house? I was like, I don't think they care, baby, about that.
I don't think they care, babe.
Yeah. She was like, well, so what next? I was like, Fred said he's going to let me know. I guess they're going to give me a call. He said they're probably going to put me on the first thing tomorrow. She was like, tomorrow? I was like, yeah, so I got to come home and pack up what I need to take, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to come back. I'm like, because literally I got traded the week before, so season's getting ready to start. So I don't even know. So she really had to just put all my stuff in my car to ship it in the car on the way.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So it was it's different. I don't think a lot of people understand how these trade works.
Was it emotional for you?
It was a little bit. You know, and the first person that called me was DeMarcus Ware.
Did he?
Yeah. And I told him right then. I said, look, dog. I said, bruh, love you, dude. I said, look, I'm gonna be there when you go in the hall. He was like, man, nah. I was like, nah. I said, I'm gonna be there when you go in the hall, bruh. So you don't realize what you are and what you do, bruh. So I'm gonna be there. And then Romo called me.
Did you pick it up?
Yeah, I picked it up. Romo called me. Wade called. Witten called. No Roy called. Cousin with his country ass.
Now, what Wade say?
He's like, man, it's been a pleasure, man. I've enjoyed it. Everything. So I wish you nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? Getting out there, San Diego. He said they gonna like you out there. So I was like, all right, I appreciate it, man. Everything. Garrett called.
You picked up?
Reluctantly. Yeah, I did. But yeah, and then it was on to San Diego.
So what Garrett say?
Oh man, I don't remember exactly. Look, honestly, I'm not even going. I don't know. Probably something to the fact of, man, you know, you've been a hell of a player. We appreciate it, man. Wish nothing but the best. You love it out there. You know the offense already.
Right.
Where Norv knows what you has. Of course, he's gonna love you. You know, that politically correct stuff.
What as you go out to San Diego, what's your favorite memory from being with the Chargers?
Favorite memory from being with the Chargers, dude. What would be my favorite memory?
Do you have one? You might not have one.
Denver, Monday night. Favorite memory simply because of Phillip Rivers. We playing them Monday night. I had 3 for 105 and a touch in the first half. Yeah, I was on my way to a 200-yard game, bro. That's when I broke my wrist.
You can't catch a break.
Can't catch a break, bro. This is the crazy thing about it is, you know, my former teammate Nate Jones was the dude that tackled me in the end zone. That's how I broke my wrist. And he didn't know until the next week. He was like, PC, bro, I ain't know you broke your wrist, dude. I was like, yeah, your hustling ass done got me. We talked about that the other week when he was in town. My boy, remember Lusaka Polite?
Yeah.
Fullback? Lou was in town, so we went out to go eat, man, catch up. And he brought it up. He was like, yeah. I said, you remember when you broke my wrist, dog? He's like, oh, man, you know, it wasn't my fault. I was like, yeah, it was. But, you know, it's whatever. I do that, and I get up, and I see my wrist. It's like that. And I was like, that don't look right.
Is that why I got a hump in it right now?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's scar tissue. That's just bone, bro.
Okay.
It's just my wrist, dog.
Yeah, I see. Well, you know, you got big hands and big feet.
Yeah.
That's why he's a great receiver.
And so I tried to shake it off, and I was like, And so I'm going off, Philip, he done sprinted down there, he crunk. He country boy, I love Philip, dude. Philip like, whoa, yeah, boy. And I said, no, he goes, ooh, that don't look right. So he goes to train, he goes, check his wrist. I don't know. And so, look, the trainer, I said, yeah. I said, just pop it back in place. I said, just pull it out and everything and stuff like that. We'll tape it up. Trainer goes, we better let the doc look at that one. So Dr. Child comes over, and he looks. I said, yeah, doc. He said, you can just pop it back in. He said, nah, we better go in and get some x-rays on that one. And I was like, when he said the x-ray, I said, that ain't a good sign.
Nah.
That's not a good sign. So we go back in the x-ray room at stadium, and there's a guy here on this side.
Right.
There's another one here holding my arm down.
Right.
He took the x-rays, and he was like, all right, I see where it's at. I need to do some tugging. I got to get it back in there. It's like, all right. So he's here, and luckily, this dude was over here. Because as soon as he yanked, that arm did it.
I did it?
And he was about to get hit. He was about to get hit, bro.
It hurt that bad?
It hurt that bad, yeah. And then he did that. He took it there. He said, it's still not all the way back. And I was like, don't tell me you got to pull on this thing. And he said, I got to get it back in there and get it aligned. Because you got all those freaking bones that are in there and everything. So I ended up having to, he got that. I had surgery next morning. They put 3 pins in it. I tore my lunoid and scaphoid, the tendons, the ligaments, and they basically had to reconstruct that thing a little bit by putting them pins in there to hold them. Because if not, they'll dislocate. He said, if I don't brace this, it may dislocate while you sleeping. He said, and that's gonna hurt even worse.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
In doing research, I did research before I came out here.
Oh, okay, good job.
I never knew you spent some time with the Saints.
I did.
I mean, I'm going back looking through the stats. Like, I don't see him catching no passes from the Saints. How you end up with the Saints?
I was in.
That sounds like a Sean Payton thing.
That was a Sean Payton thing. I was out there for 9 days. 9 days I can't get back, and Sean said left my ass at home. I said, you could left me at home for this bullshit, Cole. Go out there. That's when they had
So
drafted.
what, you a free agent?
I was a free agent. I was after my last year in San Diego.
Okay.
They had just drafted Kenny Stills,
Right.
a kid out of Oklahoma, and Toon from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Al Toon's son.
Right.
They were rookies. And brought me in there. He was like, yeah, let's see what you can do. I got to see what you can do. Now, see what you can do if you still got it when
You got to show me you got it.
I had you. Yeah, when I had you.
Because even Minnie Parr said, you got to show me you still got it.
Absolutely. 9 days. I was out there for one preseason game. We played Oakland. I had one catch for, 45 or 50 yards, something like that. I was tired as hell. I hadn't had game action, dude, because I realized I was no off season. So I was training. I got there a week and a half in the training camp.
Right.
I was still training and everything, but it's different. It's different when you don't got that game, everything and stuff like that. And Sean Payton is, let's go. But I looked tired. Seneca Wallace was there at the time.
Right.
So after that drive, we go down, we score. I come on sideline. I said, Seneca, what it look like, dog? He said, tired. I said, yeah, bro. That 45 took it out of me. Took it out of me a little bit, man. But spent 9 days there. The day I got cut was right after the Oakland game. We in film. You know how they have the Turk. Remember Bruce May used to be ours.
Right.
Guy comes and says, hey, Coach say you want to see. I said, oh, shit, damn. I said, you ain't got to give me the spiel, bro. I know I'm going to bring all this shit. Don't worry about it. I got it. So I go to my locker and everything, go get my stuff, go to his office and everything. He goes, yeah. He goes, hey, I wanted to see if you could still do what you did, when I had you as a young player. He said, you still got it. He said, but what I got to pay you is more than what I got to pay these two young ones combined. I was like, oh, Coach, I said, you could have left me at home then. You could have left me at home. But he said, I know. He said, and I want to see how they was going to respond. He said, and they responded like I needed them. I said, you hit bait, didn't you? I said, God, dog. Because look, let me tell you what happened, though. I went out there. They flew me in for a workout and everything. I get out there. They say, yeah, we'll be in contact and everything. Soon as I land back in Dallas,
Right.
I ain't even got my bags yet.
Right.
It's like, hey, the personnel guy, he said, hey, we want to sign you. You know what I'm saying? When can you get back? I said, when can I get back? I just landed. What is that? I said, y'all could have kept me there. I was like, man, I ain't on the first thing tomorrow, bro. I guess they'll let me pack some stuff.
Right.
I was like, God dang. So I go back out there, and now I'm out there for that 9 days, and I was just like, you could have left me home for this. I could have been at the house.
Was that the only time you've ever get cut?
That was my first time getting cut.
Was that emotional, or did you know it was over by then?
Well, you know what? I held out a little bit of hope, but I definitely wanted a team that was, talking about some playoffs. Not no like I wasn't going to Cleveland at the time.
Right.
Jacksonville called. I wasn't going to Oakland. I was hoping Baltimore was going to hit me. They showed a little bit of interest, but nothing happened. Wade was in Houston. I wanted to go down there, but Wade didn't have the offensive pull, so Houston didn't work. So by that time, man, probably midway through the season, whatever, I was like, yeah, it's time to hang him up.
Did you feel a certain kind of way about hanging them up, or you like, I had a hell of a run, so I'm good?
I had a run. I was like, yeah, it's time. It's time I can just go and, you know what I'm saying, lock in on my kiddos and be at their stuff and their events and everything. And it was that first year was tough.
That was my next question, because clearly you've transitioned, but how was that first year being away from the game?
That first year is, boy.
And finding what you're going to do with your life.
We are creatures of habit.
Yes.
And to not have off season come around, it's like, I ain't got to train for nothing with them. I ain't training. I'm just getting up for no reason. And I would still just go. I was going 24-hour fitness. Right. So I kept myself busy and in shape and everything. I go up there, go hoop, go lift and everything. I even tried my hand at CrossFit.
Right.
Found out, I said, F this. I stopped beating myself up. I was like, I ain't finna let you do it because you ain't even paying me for this.
Right.
So I tried that, man, and then I got into golf. That's when but it took me a while, man, to be like, damn. And my wife's like, babe, I think you're depressed. I'm not depressed, baby. I'm not in a routine. I don't have my same thing that I've been doing all the time. Now I'm at the house with you, and you looking at me like, what you gonna do today? I don't know yet. I don't know. So it was definitely a transition. And at that time, we just got ready to start building the school. So we were starting to hit that together, and I think that's when we realized, like, we can work together, but we can't be at work together every day.
That's a lot.
That's a whole lot, I think, because you ain't used to me being on how I'm very detailed and like straightforward, and she's like, you can't just talk to people like that. I was like,
why not?
Why not? I was like, you want to sugarcoat it? I don't have time to protect feelings. Like, you can't do that. These are women. They don't. It's not the locker room. I was like, well, look, I don't know how I'm supposed to soften it up, dumb it down, be too easy or whatever, because then I'm gonna feel like, God dang it, I'm tiptoeing around what I really want to say. So, which goes to say, my wife runs the school.
So what have you been doing to find success off the field since you've been playing?
You know what? Been trying to be an entrepreneur, dude. You know what I'm saying? We've gotten into the real estate game as well. Done some flips. Like I said, my wife and I, we own a Primrose. It's Primrose School of South Plano. If you need the child care, education, curriculum, and everything for your 6-week-old all the way up to 12 for after schoolers. Right. So she handles that, and she does an amazing job with that. She has definitely been the catalyst and has grown that school to where it is today. And then I own FedEx routes. So anytime you get a package delivered to your house, those are independent contractors. So I got into that right before COVID. And then everybody was just sitting at home ordering. I'm sure your ass was one of them.
I was one of them.
Order. I was like, what the hell? So literally, my business doubled in about 2.5, 3 months.
Wow.
So it was wild. It was great. But trying to get trucks to keep up with this was the hard part because remember all the plants shut.
Yeah.
So nothing was coming out. So whatever inventory that was already out there,
That was out there.
it was out there, and you had to go try to find it. There was nothing in Texas. Nothing was in Texas. I ended up having to get trucks out of Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was different, man. It was different, man. And so I've been doing that. Other stuff I've invested in, and things have been going well so far, man. But I'm always looking for the next thing, dude. It's something about that challenge of wanting to conquer the next thing and keep going with it. That pushes me all the time. Like my circle of friends, we always heard that saying: if you're the smartest guy in the room, you need to find a new room to be in.
Yeah.
So I love that about me and my boys. We always keep pushing each other.
Man.
Like, hey, keep on doing that, dog. Keep doing that. Hey, good job on that one, bro. Great job, man. You're doing well, bro. Just, hey, keep it going. Hey, maybe that one for you. Shit, find the next thing. And so it's been good and challenging in that sense to just go through the tribulations of everything, trying to find your place and your thing. And I've enjoyed parenthood. You know what I'm saying?
I usually like to wrap up by saying, what do you enjoy most about fatherhood?
Man, you know what? Watching my kiddos live their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been able to, of course, live it less stressful than I was, with definitely more resources. Some of the stuff I think sometimes they do take it for granted because they don't know what they don't know. They don't know.
Right.
They never knew that stuff and everything. But I have tried to keep them grounded with stuff. Sometimes they don't get that. They think that money just, I guess it just fall out the ceiling or somewhere, bro. I don't know where they think it come. Hey, can you send me some money? To do what, dude? We about to go hang out.
Nah.
You need a job, player.
Yeah.
You need a job. My son I think he thinks gasoline is water. I swear I think he thinks gasoline is water, dude. This boy, his hitting coach is in Fort Worth.
Oh.
His club team for baseball is in Salina.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And they think that, so.
Is he driving like a little Honda Civic?
He got an F-150. We got him a truck.
Oh, he
won a truck. Not brand new now. He got him a used.
But truck is a truck, man.
Truck is a truck, correct.
In terms of gas.
But my youngest is the one that you would swear he has a car. Boy, 14, him and his boys make plans.
Oh.
Like they driving.
You ain't never used to do that as a kid?
What? Make plans for my mama? Nah, but you better go ask before you make these plans. Nah, they just make plans and just think you just supposed to go ahead and take
Where you and your
them.
little friends think you going?
That's what exactly.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, where you think you going? Oh, we was gonna go over how y'all getting there? We was hoping. Yeah, nah, these boys just. He got two of his partners, but they just make plans, man.
That's what it is.
I be like, dude, bruh, like you think I feel like this is a Saturday, but we don't have nothing. I don't even want to move. Don't even bother. We ain't got no 7-on-7, ain't no baseball, no basketball. Your mama don't want me to do nothing. She ain't asking me. Matter of fact, mama gone. I'm finna enjoy this quiet house, sir.
For sure.
They don't get it. I tell y'all get it when you get older, man. You get it when you get older. I started to wake their ass up the other night, but they left some damn dishes in the sink. We got home. You know we wasn't allowed to go to sleep with them dishes in the sink.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I was telling my son a story the other day. I used to wake you up occasionally to do that. I used to get woke up with a belt.
You think exactly right.
I mean,
Didn't I tell you to get them dishes?
That's how I get woke up out of sleep like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know how traumatic that is?
But I had mama throw water on me before.
Yes.
Yeah, just feel like you know that, like when Money Mike and Friday After Next.
Yes.
You almost drowned me, yeah. One of those.
That's what it was like growing up for me. My son don't know really much about that.
Oh, at all, bro, at all.
But that's Patrick Crayton. Another episode of Jacques Talk. We appreciate you, Patrick.
Man,
It's been a
appreciate you,
pleasure.
brother, man.
All right, we'll stay tuned. We'll see you guys down the road.